What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the other day we went ahead and discussed Season 3 getting postponed, and I'm pretty sure everybody really knows about this because I was not, obviously, the only content creator that discussed this. I think pretty much every single content creator who, enjoys Call of Duty went ahead and put out a video about this topic, so I'm pretty positive each and every one of you guys know that Season 3 is getting postponed, and I think a lot of you guys understand why it's getting postponed, not because they want multiplayer to really thrive, but because Warzone, their quote-unquote bread and butter, is suffering a tremendous, downfall. And they're trying to do everything in their power to turn that around. So clearly, they want as much time as possible to put together Verdansk and get things straight. But I ran across some information the other day that kind of puts the pieces of the puzzle together on why exactly they are deciding to postpone Season 3 and where Activision's priorities are currently at. And let me tell you guys something. Boy, oh boy, after all of these years, for the first time, well, not for the first time, I've seen Activision like this, a couple of times, but for the first time, I've never really seen them this desperate before. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. Of course, if you guys are interested, gotta link that channel down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, Activision is really feeling the heat right now when it comes to Warzone and people leaving the overall experience. I mean, pretty much every single big name you could think of has ditched Warzone for many, many, many reasons. But as you can see right here, Activision apparently is not playing around. And, with all of the stuff lining up on this time frame, it's making me think this right here is the main reason why they want to postpone Season 3. They're trying to get things set up so when people come back to Verdansk, they don't have to worry about a cheating problem whatsoever. This is from It's Hoppa over on Twitter saying, "I can't believe it. Phantom Overlay shuts down. Does this mean the Season 3 anti-cheat update is really going to work?" And this is the post right here from Phantom Overlay saying, "For reasons I will not explain, Phantom Overlay begins the process of closing immediately. This is not an exit scam, and no external entity could ever compel me to exit scam my customers. I'll keep everything updated, safe, and online for 32 days longer. That's enough time for anyone with a 30-day key to get their full money's worth. I haven't sold a lifetime key in many months, but I will start partially refund the most recent lifetime purchases so that no one feels scammed." Guys, this is huge. Really good news. But as you can see, Activision is indeed taking action. They are hunting down some of the biggest cheat providers within the Call of Duty realm, and they are not messing around with them. Now, strangely enough, over on Reddit, they posted the same thing, but it got taken down by the moderators. I just had to put this into this video because it's so weird. The moderators for Call of Duty are some of the weirdest individuals I've ever seen in my whole life. And I partake in a lot of different subreddits, a lot of different pages for smaller games, especially like XDefiant. Every single time I think of XDefiant, I think of all the 50-50 opinions. Some people praising the game and some people just nonstop dunking on the game, saying the netcode is awful every single day that goes by. Yet they never took down any post. They just allowed people to do what they wanted to do. As long as they weren't being, pests and trying to annoy the overall community, it is what it is. They can stay in and they can talk their mind. But only on the Call of Duty Reddit board page do they literally cancel every single thing that you could possibly think of. They cancel people who talk about the cosmetics. They cancel people that talk about the prices of these microtransactions. They cancel people who talk about the cheaters and trying to showcase cheaters live and in action to get them banned, showing their names and trying to, get a result out of this. They still take that down, even though that's benefiting the overall game, exposing cheaters online. But I don't know why they would strip that. And here they are stripping down that these major anti-cheat companies are getting removed as well. I know this doesn't have much to do with the topic of today's video, but I just had to say this. The people who are running this board are really, they are a different breed of God, I don't even know what else to say. I don't want to be too rude here, but it's really embarrassing how much they removed from that page. But ladies and gentlemen, that's not just it. As you can see, It's Hoppa said another cheat provider shutting down due to a cease and desist. GG. And as you can see right here from Solo Q Services. While reading the following announcement, understand that I truly love and care for you all. God, bro, these cheat providers are truly something different. I can't think of a bigger group of losers in my whole life They always try to sound so innocent and clean while they're also providing cheats to ruin experiences. And all the people who are using these cheats are doing it to ruin other people's days. So this individual is saying, I truly love and care for you all. All of the people that they are, quote unquote, loving and caring for are individuals who are literally going in to ruin other people's enjoyment with the title. You can't tell me that these are not the biggest bunch of losers. But, to summarize it, all sales, marketing, and distribution of software or tools associated with solo queue services has ceased immediately. So on and so forth. You guys can read the rest of this if you want to. You can pause the video. I don't want to, yap on for the whole thing. But as you guys can see, yes, Activision is taking action. They're not being public about it, but this, to me personally, is exactly why they are postponing Season 3. They want to make sure that the cheating problem is resolved because, as we all know, not really too big of an issue when it comes to Black Ops 6, although we do see cheaters here and there. But in Warzone, since it's free to play, that will 110% ruin any chances of people returning to this game and, sticking with it. Verdansk is cool and all, but if it's going to be overrun by cheaters, who is going to stick around and even bother with it? They're basically sinking themselves before they can even get out, to shore. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta be honest with you, as great as this all sounds, at the end of the day, the anti-cheat needs upgrades. And if they are not going to put some work into the anti-cheat, I don't know what else to say. It's good and all, and I'm wondering if, these people shutting down their services is because of the anti-cheat and the upgrades that are coming within Season 3. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, I highly doubt it. We've seen stuff like this time and time before. This isn't the first time Activision has gone out and sent cease and desist letters to these, these people who are producing cheats. I think that they're just trying to shut down as many companies as possible before the start of Season 3. But I'm telling you right now, Activision, that's not going to work. You're simply putting a bandage on a much larger problem. Yes, you could shut down as many companies as you could think of, but producing and selling these cheats, it's not impossible. I guarantee once they shut down 5 of them, 10 of them will probably pop up again with more cheats that people can go ahead and get access to ruin others' experiences within Call of Duty. The only way that you could possibly resolve these problems is giving the community a good anti-cheat. If the anti-cheat is not going to function properly, then it doesn't matter how many people you shut down, the game is going to be overrun with cheaters, and your chances at any sort of comeback are getting completely squashed. But ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest here. That's the typical Activision move. Instead of actually putting in money, resources, and the hard work to give the community a good anti-cheat, their idea is, okay, let's finesse the community in the beginning and get them hooked, right? Their whole concept here, at least from what I can tell, is that they want to remove as many cheat providers as possible before the launch of Season 3. But it's only for the launch of Season 3. So when people come back, they could say, oh, look, it's not many cheaters. It's very relaxing. But the anti-cheat still sucks balls. So at the end of the day, yeah, we might have maybe a few weeks of relaxation with no cheaters, but that's not going to be long-term, unless, of course, they are working on their anti-cheat. But again, I highly doubt it. It's one of those situations that they have to prove it to us before anything else, because we all know Activision is all talk, rarely any action. So we'll see, but in my eyes, this is just a bandage. They want to finesse people to get back into the experience, to get the word spreading. All these massive content creators are going to go back and say, oh, Verdansk is actually pretty cool, no cheaters. And they're going to get all these casuals, all these people coming back into the game to try it out. And then, bam, 50 other cheat providers are going to come in, and the experience is going to be ruined. But at least they got that initial bump, right? No, it's going to flop, honestly, in my personal opinion. And what worries me even more is that as a multiplayer guy, you guys know me, I don't give a crap about Warzone. If I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I'm a really hardcore Call of Duty head. I like COD for what COD is. Warzone has always been a afterthought, in my personal opinion, and should have stayed that way. And, they should have made their own IP with Warzone and let it do its own thing while COD could stay and do its own thing. But since they're all connected, which means all the developers' times are on everything across the board, usually they hyper-focus all their time on Warzone over multiplayer. And with this being postponed, I'm starting to believe that we are not going to be seeing better servers, less packet burst, so on and so forth when it comes to multiplayer. The only reason this is getting postponed is so Warzone can thrive with their cheating problem. I mean, that means we're screwed. We are literally getting our content postponed for the benefit of Warzone having a couple of extra weeks of no cheaters. I hope they prove me wrong. I really do. And if they do prove me wrong, I'll be here to admit it. But I'll be real with you guys, I highly doubt it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.